on for our next match from the Medalla Light Puerto Rico Open. And we have another great matchup here between Ko Pin Yi from Chinese Taipei, and he will be taking on Denis Grabe from Estonia. The referee is Dwayne Payne, and the commentators for this match will be Tony Robles and myself, Tim de Ruyter. How
Good
are
to
you
be
today?
back with you, Tim. It's always a pleasure.
So what do you think here?
Oh, this is a hell of a match. I spoke with both players before the match. Obviously, Ko Pin Yi's hitting the balls good. I spoke to Denis Grabe a bit, and he's suffering from a bit of a neck injury. He can only turn his head so far. So I'm with him on that because I recently sustained a very severe neck injury when I was in Ohio and Virginia for the last two events. And it was very painful to play with. So I feel his pain. So he's going to still do his best. Hopefully he'll put on a good performance.
Yeah, and Dennis, who I think got to the semi-final in Ohio, quarterfinal, semi-final in Ohio. Strong performance. Was a long time since he actually shown that the people that how well he could play. I've seen him for many years, and he's always been a great player, but lately he just didn't really show himself. Yeah, I mean, it happens, of course, for him. But in Ohio, he had a good result, so it would be nice to see him continue that run.
That was a tricky shot there.
It was tough bridging over the A too. It's not an easy shot.
But when he shot the one ball, he overspun the cue ball and almost wound up behind the 5, which is what put him in front of the 8 ball.
Yeah, and well, all the hard work is done, I could almost say. Maybe going from the 7 to the 8 could cause a little problems, but the first 5 shots are almost stop shots or just a little follow. So needs to be on the downside of the 7. Cannot afford himself to get up in the center of the table because then he's going to run into the 9 when he makes a 7 ball.
He definitely wants to end up by the side pocket at least. Perfect.
Yeah, managed to do well.
Now, does the 9 go by the 10 there, just in case he needs to go there? I guess that's what he was looking at.
Yeah, I'm not really too sure. And always, if I doubt it, like if I'm like, oh, maybe or maybe not, then I just always try to choose the other one just to make sure. So I expect him to go 2 rails here. I mean, 1 or 2 rails. I usually like to go 2 rails down, but he might just go top right. Yeah, top right.
Oh, he overhit that, didn't he?
And that's one of the reasons why I usually like to go 2 rails, because the speed is
easier to control. Yeah, I'm the same way.
But he's okay. He can just float the 9 ball in and take the first game over Ko Pin Yi.
And Denis is usually a player that takes his time a lot. You know, thinks about what he needs to do, goes ahead and takes his time, executes. But ever since Ohio, he's been shooting a little quicker because he's shooting with a little more confidence, and I've seen him in a while.
Well, and that's one of the strange things when he's won the Euro Tour almost 2 times in a row. He almost did it twice in a row, and he went through this phase where everybody was scared, and he was playing always so fast. He was a rhythm player. And then the last couple of years, I just only seen him take so much his time and trying to make sure everything is okay instead of just playing.
Almost like overthinking.
Overthinking, exactly. So, I mean, I think it's correct. I think he's been playing better now since he tuned back in a little bit more speed. It just to find it in between. So breaking from the center.
Ooh.
Oh, lost the
cue
cue
ball
ball
there a bit.
Not a square hit, but makes a 7 ball and got
Yeah.
shape on the 1. And
Got
that's
rewarded for it.
I told Marcus last match, in this format, I'm like, I might want to break and have a bad cue ball and just break as hard as I can to at least make a ball and stay at the
Right,
table
right.
than
Stay control
having
the
a
table.
perfect cue ball and
Yeah.
nothing go in.
Yeah.
So we're playing Pro Billiard Series rules. That means that we do have early 10 balls. So that means after this 1 ball, he could go for the 2-10. It would result in a win. The 10 ball does not count on the break. And we're playing 2 races to 4 with a deciding shootout if both players win 1 set each.
Yeah, he has a chance to put him behind the 6 too if he misses it.
And we're also using a 30-second shot clock with 1 extension for each player. So I think that also favors Denis to not think too much. I think that really is in his favor. So he's calling the 10 ball. Could play a little two-way though if he is too scared of missing the 10. He could play the cue ball behind the 6. Just
Good shot. Very nice.
yeah, and also nice cue ball. So he takes a second game with a roll breaker run. It's a good start for Denis to put Ko in his chair and say, "Oh, I'm gonna be leading in this match."
Yeah, I'm here to win, despite the injury. You see him?
Well-
He was walking stiff. He looked stiff when he was walking back to the chair after he made the 2-10 combo.
Well, and also the thing is that I don't think really we need to give Ko Pigny a introduction, as he's been in the. Well, he's a world 9-ball champion. He's been winning a lot of tournaments. He's one of Asia's best players. So a lot of people in the world, they really look up to him. Like he's the best player around, and it could sometimes be tough for guys that are just a hair under him to to face that all the time. Stuff.
Let's see, he controlled that one better, a lot better.
But I felt like he didn't really put that same energy in this
Yeah,
one.
because he was thinking about what he did the previous rack. He didn't want to overhit it, and he didn't compensate enough, is what you're saying.
Yeah. So there's a chance for Kopigny to shoot this. He can cut this in and go 2 rails back up. Just make sure you always overhit and instead of underhit. If you hit it too soft, then you're always going to be behind the 7. So let's see what he does. Is he playing the safety behind the 5?
Maybe. I think that's what he's going to do. I think he feels more comfortable with that. I mean, he
Okay,
hit
yeah,
it great.
The position was tough to get on the 2, so I get it. And then is calling the side pocket straight away. Pretty good cue ball. Would have just been a little bit better if it would get behind the like in between the rail and the 5. That would have been ideal.
Yeah, he just probably wanted to make sure that he secured the snooker since he had an awkward angle on the 1, right?
Yeah. So Denis hit that 1. Not a bad hit. Just he's just caught it a little bit too fat either side. The good thing though is the 8 and the 10 are locked up, so it's not an easy run out for Ko to. That's why it was very important for Denis not to give up ball in hand.
I
And
think Ko overhit that one. He was trying to play position for the 2 in the upper right-hand corner.
yeah, I don't think it goes in the side.
I'm wondering if he's thinking of a possible 2-way shot, either cutting it in or banking it or just playing safe.
Well, it's a strong safety.
It's what you got to do in these short races, because you can't take a risk and give away a game when you're just racing the 4. One game is all it takes to change the set.
Well, the main thing what I like in this format is that most of the time when you take a risk.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
And look at the 10. Oh, look at, I was going to say,
he's
if
lucky.
he didn't hit the 6, the 2 would have gone 2 rails and broken up the 8 and the 10.
That would be really bad news. So what I was going to say, it's more of a calculated risk. When you take one, like when you have that 1 bank, you're like, okay, I got to go now. It's more like calculated thing instead of just shooting at everything you get. Like you can do sometimes when you're in the long race and you're 7-1 up, you can go for that one crazy shot because usually you still be okay. Now in this format, no, you gotta really play the percentages.
Right.
So probably leaving the cue ball along the long rail, left long rail.
I like going 2 rails on the 6 and hitting the 8 or the 10 because it's going to bounce off that, hit the rail, and go for the 7 in the side.
Yeah, I like that too.
The only thing that I could see going wrong there is if he hits the 8 dead straight and sends it towards the 7, but still, it's not going to block the 7.
No, I don't even think he can hit it that full. So I think running into those balls would be okay. Just you got to play at the speed that the 8 doesn't tie up again with the 10.
Yeah.
That's.
Well, if he's going to hit the other side, if he's going to hit the front of it, then he just has to guard himself against coming off those balls and ending up behind the 9.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. The speed is the most tricky part. I don't think the kissing, running into the balls will be okay.
Well, let's see what he decides to do here. Oh, he's going to hit the side of it.
Like this.
Perfect. I don't know if the 8 goes in. It looks like it does. It's tough to tell from here.
And especially with the cue ball being on the rail, it really limits what he can do on this 7 ball too.
I wonder if he has an angle to go 3 rails between the 8 and the 10 if he has to.
I think if he plays with enough speed.
No, he didn't have to. It goes. It goes in the corner.
Oh, he must be very confident because.
Unless he's shooting the combination. No, he's shooting that 8 ball. The 8 ball definitely goes.
So 2-1. And we'll go for a short break.
Welcome back.
Yeah, we're back here.
So we have Mr. Copigny. Let's see how he hits a break. This is his first time breaking. I mean, did Denis won the leg, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Denis won the leg. So this is his first time breaking.
I think so, he did, yeah. And breaking from the side.
One ball win on the side.
The 6.
10 stopped right in front of the cue ball.
Needs that 4 ball to bump the 10, but that's not going to happen.
I know, that would have been a nice little split, right?
Yeah.
Nice little split to open up the 10. The 4 just didn't have enough velocity.
Yeah, and also that 4 ball got locked up with the 10. Doesn't go in any bucket. So we will definitely see some moving going around with the 2 ball because they're not going to start shooting until they can really figure out what to do with that 4.
I wonder if he can see enough of it to bank it between the 9 and the 10 and lead the cue ball behind possibly the 3-9 or 4-10. I don't know. I guess it all depends if he can escape the kiss on the 9 ball, right? With the cue ball.
I think you can, but it's so sensitive. If you shoot the 2 into the 9 or in the 10.
Yeah, he was able to escape it.
Well.
Look how good he hit it.
Oh, that's, I said, it was really risky too. That could have went really wrong. So that's a strong shot.
Yeah, he hit it great. I mean, look how good he hit that. Just the right speed to stop the cue ball behind the 9. Big danger in this shot here, Tim, is if he kicks from behind, there's always a chance that 2 might run into that 8 ball.
Yeah, especially with how he's coming into the one railer. There's a big chance of getting in there. Or could he see the edge?
I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. I'm assuming he tried to stop the 2 in front of the pocket and the cue ball behind the 8. I mean, that's a very touchy shot.
I mean, hitting it all along the table with that speed and trying to thin the ball so thin, it's extremely difficult. Like, you know, if you catch a hair or like if you catch anything that, you know, which happens. I mean, it's tough to always have nothing on the table.
Yeah. Look at this shot. I think he left just enough angle to try to run into the 4. Unless, no, he might be playing the billiard. Either safe or a billiard. I mean, from here, I'm not looking at the monitor. It looks like he might have enough room to escape it. But unless, let me see. Yep, that's what he was going for. He was going for the breakout.
Yeah, and I'm jumping here. Guaranteed.
And I'm trying to hit about half the ball to run into that 410.
Yeah. I think there's a good chance. You see, I think he was trying to hit it a little bit more thick to make sure he really got into that billiard on the 9 to open them up.
Yeah, he was thinking about the cue ball there. That's what caused him to miss.
Okay, so he's kicking one rail. I'm not quite positive why.
Maybe he's going to try to put him behind the 8. I don't know.
Maybe he's just guessing if I just keep moving, if I just keep playing the right shots, like play more defense and make sure I hook him every time, then I will be okay. Maybe he's trying to play it less aggressive.
Right. Oh.
Yeah, he
did whatever comes easiest, and that's it right there.
Well, this is risky. He might have left the carom on the 10.
Yeah.
Early 10 balls do count. Only got to call him, though. You have to play call shot. But it's also risky to go for it, so I'm not expecting him to shoot it. He could possibly bank the 4 ball over to the top long rail and get the cue ball nearby the 9, maybe hooking him.
Or he can bank the 4-1 rail and have the cue ball run into the 10s to get it out of the way. If he wants to put it by the 8 or behind the 8 or something. I mean, yeah, you won't leave the cube on the bottom rail, but at least you leave him by the top rail with the 4. Oh, so he decided to go risk the jump. He hit that. He hit that great. Look at the speed he hit that with. He didn't leave it. The 4 doesn't go past the 5.
Yeah, that was the main thing I was worried about. If it leaks out and you leave your opponent straight in.
Yeah, he might have left him the combo. Can you see a piece of the 4? It looks like he can. He's looking at the combo. And I mean, Denis is a fantastic combo shooter.
Well, the thing is, he's still gonna run into the 4 ball again, I think. Oh.
Oh, did you even behind the 10? Nope.
Oh, what did he go?
No. Wow.
Oh, it's not an easy starter. It's still a tough shot to start with in this game. This campaign in the 4th rack.
They hit these shots so good, though.
So can he play low right and go long rail, short rail, and slide to the left side of the 5? He's got too much angle to hold the cue ball, so he's going like that.
I just go 1 rail.
Yeah, that 4 ball was actually just the only problem on the table.
Yeah, I tell people sometimes that 4 ball is the equivalent of the 10 ball. If you make that, you're out.
Yeah.
It's like almost guaranteed to win the game from that point.
Yep.
Came a little short there.
Well,
it's gonna have.
It's okay to play a stop shot. I'll play a stop shot there
all day.
I guess some people, they will try to risk it and go all around the table on that.
No, not
And then they will get less nice on the 8.
No, the funny thing is when they go all around the table, every once in a while you have that angle where you try to go all around the table and you stop the cue ball exactly where it was at.
Yeah, yeah, and then
Well,
you're like,
if you were to shoot a stop shot, that is.
Yeah, well, yeah.
They say, wait, I did all that work for nothing when I could have just stopped. You know what I'm talking about.
I know,
The
it
shot comes
happens
up once
so
in a
many
while.
times. So this 10 ball to make it 2 each, and after Denis, his great start in this
Yeah.
first set.
Now we have a tie ball game.
Yeah, it's interesting to see that Coke came back. And that's one of the things I really like in this format, that it's really flexible. It goes all over the place. The momentum is not just 6 games here, 7 games there. It's more like every small mistake you make, it can cost you 2 or 3 games.
Yeah.
Which is huge in this 2 races to 4.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Copenhagen always very timid. Was very calm. Doesn't really look like a guy that gets aggravated, or like he's always same mood. It's really nice and calm to watch too. Like it's a guy like I am definitely not like this.
Yeah.
Like I have a lot of expressions. Like I'm very open, and he's like really closed and calm. It's
Yeah. He says, I will break you.
yeah.
I must break you. Which film is that from?
I don't know. I do recognize. I have no
Rocky
idea.
4 with the Russian. I must break you.
I must break you. Well, he's gonna break here. Game number 5, Copenhagen. Again, not a square hit. Too much on the left, and
Yeah, the last time he made the 1 ball, but this time he didn't make anything. So what would you do to your team? Would you push out, or would you try to shoot the combo? Or I don't like the combo here, personally, because of where the cue
well,
ball is.
there is a safety,
Off the
but
5,
it's more like it's more like
1 ball by the long rail.
there's 2 of them. Yeah, you can soft roll the cue ball behind the 5. You can also bank the 1 ball 2 rails into the 5 and bring the cue ball all the way back down table.
Yeah,
More like a 1 pocket shot,
right.
which is it's tough.
That's a little tricky.
He
Bank
might
only
be a
because
little.
you got to avoid that double kiss, right? I don't know. It's hard to tell from this angle. You call this extension.
But in this case,
I would play it safe and just tap it.
Although-
Leave the cue ball. But it's
Well,
just that he's afraid of
but
hitting that side of the 5 ball, the right side,
and then it's
and
not
leaking the cue ball out.
oh, he's
gonna
going
call
for
the
the
6
6
ball.
ball. From being so close to the side pocket point, it's tough.
He weighed his options, and he feels more comfortable with this one, I guess.
And he also jumped up a little bit on that. Well, could have left a lot more than.
Yeah, now he's just
Actually
probably going to
did.
hit the 1 to the 5.
Where are you going to go with the cue ball? Are you playing with inside spin going towards the 10? Or are you going to try get it behind the 8?
I like going outside spin, going 2 rails. He's shooting it left-handed. Or if he's going to go underneath it, yeah, outside spin.
Oh,
He
that
didn't
1
hit the
ball.
He didn't hit the 5 as thick as he was hoping to.
And
He was trying to hit the 5 ball on the thick side. But he was shooting it left-handed too.
yeah, so it made everything a lot more difficult. So now he's probably aiming to hit thin the left side of the 1, bring the cue ball all the way down. Oh, and yeah, he needed a good bump on that too, because
Yeah.
the 1 ball leaked out again. So little back and forth here, thinning the ball all the time. Well, he might not thin the ball here. You think he will bank it over and get the cue ball in the top right corner to have the 8 in between?
I'm not sure. He looks like he might be putting the cue behind the 5, you think? Yeah. He was trying to put it behind the 5, 4, 6.
Oh,
I think he let him see it.
yeah, I'm pretty positive.
Yeah, I think he
Denis
see the
can
entire ball.
Yeah. But does he see enough to make the 1 ball? That's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, if he does, then he might have to cross bank this.
Oh,
He always shot
that's
those
a
shots so well.
sweet shot.
Not surprised he made that ball.
No, he's I think a very underestimated player on the tour, Dennis. Even though he's won Euro tours and like a lot of people know him, they still don't see him as a like one of the best players in the building probably.
Right.
Like he could really like there's been years where he would be in the top 10 of the Euro Tour ranking like for a long time, which already says enough to me. Like if someone tells me they're in the top 10 of the Euro Tour ranking, I know what time it is. So probably playing inside for the 6 in the side.
I like going forward a bit here.
Yeah, make sure you have enough angle on the 7 to come back up. Don't want to be straight.
I've seen players where they would draw the ball back to where it is and take that 7 that way, and I think that's a dangerous way of taking it. I think he's going to end up just drawing it straight up.
Yeah, well, he can also play the less risky side and just draw back a little bit for the 8 in the top corner. Because this was the risky thing. You can get in between.
Yeah.
Like now he's got a pretty steep cut on the 8.
But he obviously felt good about the shot if he was willing to risk it. But he did come a little short. He has to do what my coach used to call a little unnecessary heavy lifting.
Yeah. Well, he managed to do well, and just these 2 balls to take it on the hill in this first set.
You know, sometimes pain can make you play a little better.
Yeah, oh yeah, I've multiple times I was sick in a tournament, like you know, like my nose was blocked and I like fever, flu, and all that. And so Dennis Grabe on the hill, 3-2 over Copigny. We'll go for a short break. And welcome back to the convention center here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. The Medalla Light Puerto Rico Open. Dennis Grabe is on the hill, 3-2, breaking off in rack number 6. Made no ball on the break, but got a little lucky to have the 2 and the 8 together on the rail. Don't think there's a combination for Copigny.
And an opportunity to possibly tie it up. That 2-8 looks on for sure.
Well,
He might be able to make it if he hit the rail first. I mean, the rail first to the left side.
well, could also choose to play position for the bank. The 1 rail bank on the 2 ball in the side pocket. That would be only a stop shot for position on the 3.
I guess he liked the combo.
Yeah. So the 2 and the 8 are close enough that he's playing this on the left side of the 2. So reverse on the 8. He hit that nice.
Yeah, he hit it as full as he could while still having the ability to hit the left side of the 2 to make the 8 and control the 2.
Yeah, now even better, he can get for the 3 in the side, and then it's a 4 in the side, 5 in the side, 6 in the side. think he might have got just a little bit the wrong angle.
Mm-hmm. I mean, worst case scenario, if he doesn't like where the cue was, I think he's fine there. He can shoot it
Yeah,
off the 6, but I don't think he needs to.
No, I like
Yeah.
this. I like just to maybe draw back a little bit or stun a little
Yeah,
bit to the right.
Me too.
Then I'll travel a little bit more from the 4 to the 5, but I like where the 6 is right now.
Me too, for sure, because anytime you move a ball, you might create another cluster, possibly with the 7 or the 9. You have to control the speed. Now you have to make the ball, control the speed of the ball, and control the cue ball.
Yeah.
The game is complicated as it is.
Yeah, don't make it too hard on yourself, right? So top left. Going long rail, short rail, and then back down for the 5 in the top right corner in this view, like this. He hit that really good.
Oh yeah, he's went in a direct line towards
How,
that 5.
how many times I have seen that someone plays that shot and leave themselves a lot of angle, even though they were trying to get straight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he got perfect straight.
Yeah.
So little to the other side of the 6. Probably will make the
Did
6
he
and
want
draw
to draw
back a
that?
little bit.
I don't think he wanted to draw back that much, right? Unless he was trying to get straight to draw it back. Now what he does. Tim, would you go? I can't tell from here. I don't know if he's going to go 1 rail, 2 rails.
I think he has to go 1 rail.
Yeah.
Looks like probably 1 rail with left spin. Or 2 rails with like going top spin, but then with right.
Right.
Like, to make that angle around it. But that sometimes means that they miss the ball
Yeah.
on the
yeah.
thick side. So I like this 1
Oh yeah,
rail
I like
left.
2 rails here for sure. Now that
Oh,
I'm looking
really?
at the angle,
No,
he went with a 1 rail route though. Look, he went the
Oh.
right. It's a little tricky.
Oh,
It's
that
a little-
inside spin is always going to push the ball out.
Yeah,
Especially
like,
on the new
I
claw.
like outside spin with that shot.
I mean, he was still in a strange
Yeah.
spot though. Like he really could have
Mhm.
played better shape on the 6 to get to the 7, and that's a big miss.
I'm
This
still
could cost him the
I'm still
set.
surprised because he normally doesn't miss that shot at all. I mean, he's very good with that inside spin. All of the Cole brothers are good with all those shots.
Yeah, so just these 2 balls, and will mean Denis will take the first set, which really puts Copenhagen in a tough spot. I'm kind of surprised to see him take so much time on this 9 ball.
And he overcut it a bit.
Well,
He got perfect on the 10 though.
maybe a little nerves coming up, trying to make sure he gets
Yeah.
over the finish line. Oh, and it goes in. Denis Gray wins the first set, 4-2 over Copenhagen. And now the best thing that Copenhagen can do is at least going to a shootout
That's correct.
if he wins the second set.
And you know Denis will do all he can to avoid it. So Copenhagen starts off the second set by breaking, since Denis broke the first set after winning the lag. And since he won the lag, Denis has the option to go first or let his opponent shoot first in the shootout should we end up with a shootout.
Yeah. Which I like to go first.
Me too. I'm the same way.
So here we have referee Dwayne Payne racking the Predator Arcus 2 balls with the Predator Aero rack. Making sure the balls are nice and tight for Copenhagen to start his campaign in the second set. Here we have the Medalla Light Arena. Love those lights, really make the whole arena bright up.
Yeah, and those Medalla, those round Medalla light signs, LED signs look pretty neat.
Yeah,
One of the main sponsors of this, the Puerto Rico Open, Medalla Light.
so breaking from the side rail again. Now a more
The one
square
ball
hit.
That time.
See, now he hit it dead square in the face and made the 1. So I think that's what he was looking for. And that 2 ball could have ended up a little better.
Yeah. 2 ball was not nice to him there.
Still okay, he's got a shot and he could take the gamble if he wants to. Like if he cuts the 2 and makes it, and it will bring him down table. If he runs into the 6 and has a nice bump, then he could get on the 3. And if he doesn't have a nice kiss, he will always see the 3 ball to play a good safety.
Yeah, I would still hit it with enough speed so that just in case I hit the 6 in a direct line, it goes towards the 3, I might be able to create separation. You know, just to be able, like you said, make sure that you see the 3.
Yeah, there's not really a scratch hitting this with inside, so not much, just a hair to make the cut easier. And
oh, look at that! Wow, he hit that great.
Oh, not sure.
Well, he let him see it. Yeah, I thought 2 had more speed. Yeah, he might have set himself up to get trapped there. Even though I'm sure that wasn't his intention.
Well, and if Denis can get that 2 ball in between the 3 and the 6, and then get the cue ball, like having the 5 and the 10 in between. Cue ball on the left long rail, 2 ball on the right, in between the 3 and the 6. That would be a pretty good trap.
That's it right there. Yeah.
If that 5 and the 10 is blocking.
Yeah.
He really needs. Did he leave that little gap? That's what I'm wondering. If he didn't leave a gap between the 5 and the 10, then it's a big trap for Copigny. If he can still see that 2 ball, then if he just hits it as hard as he can, he will push the 2 ball over to the other side of the table. I thought this, but then with more speed, just banking it over.
Yeah, I don't think he has a bank there though. I'm not sure. I can't tell if he can reverse it with inside spin or if he's just going to try to lead the cue behind the 6 and play position for the 3 in the corner.
He's playing a two-way shot here.
He can use a 6 or the 3 as a block. Well, he's not going to overdraw it like that, I don't think. Oh, look, he hit it too thick?
No,
I thought he hit it too thick. I thought the cue ball wasn't going to have that much movement. He hit that great.
Yeah, no, this cue ball is perfect.
He put him in jail with no bail and threw away the key here. You remember years ago, George Breelov shot the point, and hit the ball like that in a match against Buddy Hall.
Well,
you're going to hit the long rail. Short rail, long rail towards the 2 with spin.
I might like to go
just go directly.
I like the Z shot. I do like this.
Yeah, directly. He went directly. How good did he hit that? Wow.
Oh, he almost made it.
Wow.
But he's left. Oh, he actually left Denis pretty tough here.
Well, I think what he was trying to do is hit it like a little fuller than that, so that way he could bank it, because the speed he hit indicated he was trying to lead the 2 by the long rail. But you know how it is. You got to hit it absolutely perfect from
yeah. Well, Denis might run into the 4-7 here, leaving himself longer on the 3, and he's got the wrong side of the 8. Can he still make the 3 ball from here?
No, he's fine here. I think he's good. Well, I can't tell if he can't see enough of the ball to make. From here, it looks like it. But I'm looking at the actual table, and it looks like it doesn't go. It's strange.
There's an easy safety shot, though. If you thin the 3 ball with right spin, you bring the cue ball back where it is right now, and you just...
Yeah.
Oh, and there was a lot of muddy movement on that.
Oh, yeah. No, if he went for it, that means he could make it.
Just the moment he struck the ball, you see that? Like, he really tried to steer the cue ball, and that's usually no good. Obviously, he has a neck injury, so he's not been feeling too great. So yeah, I like the way how he played that.
Love his cue ball control. Nice little 2-railer here, right? That's a percentage shot right there.
Yeah, I like. Well, you could also go just 1 rail to the center of the table and cut the 5 ball and go 2 rails back to the center of the table, just to maintain the angle.
Right. Wait, did he overhit that?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And that's a big mistake.
But not only did he scratch, he overhit that. I mean, that ball was rolling.
Yeah, it was really rolling.
He would have been out of line on the 5, I think.
just the way how he struggled. Like it
See,
just,
look at the speed the cue ball had when it went in the side. Look, he would have definitely been out of line there. Yeah, that's surprising.
yeah. So Copenhagen not at his best, and oh, Denis is gonna love this.
I almost feel like I'm doing the commentator's curse. I say he shoots his shot so well. He has great cue ball control, and then he goes and scratches.
Well, I feel the other way. Like I feel like I'm down talking the players, even though I know they're great.
Yeah.
That's so got a little on the rail on the 7. So tougher, top left English, going short rail, long rail back up. And he played it. He just made sure he made the 7 ball. He wasn't gonna do more. So this is the part where he starts to slow down.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand because he was playing well, just being that speedy
shooting
guy.
Look, he let up on that one a bit. Let me see. Did he get there? Yeah, he got there.
See, now every time he's thinking and thinking, it makes it more difficult on himself.
Mm-hmm.
He will get to the finish line, but it's just
But the hard way.
yeah,
Like me, I've been telling my wife for years, I'm never happy unless I'm doing it the hard way. That's
yeah,
what I tell
yeah. That's but if it works, it works, and he takes a 1-0 lead. Denis Grabe from Estonia.
Well, tell us about our sponsors, Tim.
Yeah, that's a good one. Because this is the perfect moment, of course, to thank our sponsors and partners. Especially for this event, we've got our event sponsors, which are Medalla Light, Rums of Puerto Rico, Discover Puerto Rico, Predator Qs, and CSI, Q Sports International. And then besides that, we would like to thank our US Pro Billiard Series partners, which are Seabird's Billiard Supplies, Kamui, Alpha Coin Cryptocurrency, Jam Up Apparel, and Fargo Rate. Thank you all for supporting this great tour. And for the viewers at home, make sure you check out our sponsors because they're awesome. So here we go, racket number 2, set number 2.
Yeah, it would be impossible to put on an event of this magnitude without the support of these sponsors. Ooh, that cue ball looked like it was going straight to the side, and then it got kicked away.
Well, and he's left. He's straight in on the 1. He's a little disappointed there.
If you watch a cue ball, look. Looked like it was going to go straight in the side, and then 6 kicked it away.
Yeah, he hit that 1 ball way too thin.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand why he's so disappointed. Because, well, maybe because he hit it that thin, but
Yeah,
about I would not expect to make a ball if I hit it that thin.
yeah. Yeah, if you say you're surprised he's disappointed, when he watches this match, he's going to say, what are you talking about, Tim?
Yeah, it's like, what do you mean disappointed? I wasn't. I was very happy.
I'm always disappointed when I hit the ball.
Well, I mean, in a common sense, I think, like, if you hit the break that perfect, like for your feeling,
Mhm.
and you don't make a ball, I can understand you're like disappointed in
Right,
the
right,
result.
of course.
And like I said, like it would be good for Denis to keep his foot on the gas, making sure that Ko really doesn't get back into this match anymore. And he might be playing for a 4-10 combination. Yeah, I think that's what he's looking for.
Yeah, it looks like it's on. So do you go, oh, you just cinch it over. I don't think he needs to go to the bottom and the right unless
I think
he has too much angle.
I think he has
yeah,
too
he had
much
too much angle.
He played
Yep.
that good though.
But look at the speed. Look at
Good
the speed,
speed and
man. Wow.
nice cue ball. Also, there was a big chance to end up on the rail, which would increase making
Mhm.
the combination, like it would, the chances would go really low. Now, quite easy. He takes the second game. 4-10 combination. And he really wants to leave the arena right now. Copenhagen takes his time out. And we'll go for a short break. We'll be right back when the players get back.
And we're back.
Yeah.
Still waiting for the players to get back to the arena. Denis just got in after taking a couple of photos with some fans. And as soon as Mr. Copigny gets back, we will resume the match. Look at this beautiful arena, Tim. I just can't get enough of it. I can't say enough just how gorgeous this arena is.
Yeah, I'm very satisfied with this awesome arena so far.
I mean, if any of you ever come just for vacation to Puerto Rico, you have to visit this area just across the street. They have the Distrito T-Mobile, the T-Mobile district, that they just have a ton of places to eat, bars, music all the time. They have a cinema, which is regarded as the best one in Puerto Rico. It's just a happening place.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying San Juan so far. But I'm also a big fan of like tropical weather and the beach, and so yeah,
that
good
helps.
times
that
here.
helps.
Yeah. So Copigny is back, and he will break in rack number 3 here.
He made the one on the break last time, but had the 2-ball stop at a bad spot. So let's see what happens this time.
But that break he hit it dead square, so
Oh yeah.
he really has to chase that same result. Nice square, but a little
Oh, the
softer.
3 went in.
A little softer than last break, but
Yeah.
I mean, makes 2 balls, and
Yeah.
did that 8-ball block the one? I don't think so. No, I think the 8 just bumped the 1 ball enough to make it.
Yeah, I think he can make it.
But it's still tough to get position on the 2, I think. Is he able to draw still in front of the 6 to the center of the table? I think he can.
Yeah, I think
To
he
the
has
center.
to, because I think the 9-ball prevents him from doing foul. Yeah. I didn't have to do much of it. Wow, he overhit that.
He
Wow.
overdrew that cue ball. I didn't think it was possible.
Well, it's not that it was impossible. I'm not used to seeing him do that. Is what I'm trying to say. He knew it as soon as he hit it. Very rare display of emotion there.
Yeah, this is tough. Needs to go up and down. Missed the 7.
How good he hit that one, Tim?
Well, just very unfortunate to end up on the rail,
Yeah.
especially with the angle that if he makes it and he hits it a little bit too hard, he will get behind the 7. He will hook himself automatically on the 6.
Good thing about this shot is if he gets on either side of the 6 or straight, he's good. As long as he doesn't overhit it.
So he just left himself long. Good thing about this is exactly he just needs to stop the cue ball right there. Doesn't really have to do much, just focus on making the shot, and he's always going to have a nice angle on the 7.
Calls his extension. Then from this point, after he makes the 6-ball, draws the cue ball back a bit, kills it. He can either draw straight back for the 8 or go 1 rail towards the 8. Well, he's got to go 1 rail here.
Yeah, I like drawing this straight over 1 rail. Oh, and he actually, I didn't know he had that much angle. Like he just got past that side pocket, so the scratch was way closer on that shot.
Yeah.
So he really executed that nice.
Oh yeah, no, he hit it softer, so the cue ball will draw a little quicker. Over here, you go 2 rails. The classic go towards the ball.
Yeah. Probably
So
goes.
it'll be interesting to see them in a shootout. As good as Denis is a shootout, Denis lives for the shootout.
Well, it's just that he has such a big grind too. Like he really fights so hard at times that especially in doing the shootout. Like he's not the guy that says, "Oh, I made 3 now, so I'm feeling good," and then they miss the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
Like he really digs down very deep to make a big run in the shootout. He has made a couple really big ones, like 8 or 9 in a row. He's been doing really good lately.
Yeah, one of the most awesome shootouts that I remember was one that I saw in Ohio last stop where Justin Martin lost 15. I think it was 15 or 14.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
It was insane. I mean, they just wouldn't let up in the sudden death.
Yeah, I'm very sure we will see plenty more shootouts this week.
Yeah.
We have the Medalla Light Puerto Rico men's division, but also the Puerto Rico women's division. So that means we're going to have 2 tournaments with shootouts. I'm sure we will see a lot more.
Yeah.
Now, I don't mind it. I really enjoy watching it too.
I enjoy
like
it.
really,
I enjoy
it's
myself.
tense, it's pressure, and I actually enjoy doing it too.
Mm-hmm. But no shootouts in 8-ball. In the 8-ball
Yeah.
event, there will be no shootouts. Completely different format. But I mean, and I've seen Copigny shoot the spot shot before. Nobody keeps saying spot shot, even though it doesn't technically go in the spot. But he shoots the spot shot very well too. Wow, look at that. The last minute entry got him again.
Yeah.
Let's watch that break again.
Went straight to the side.
Look at that
and
3-ball. 3-ball, look. Boom.
Oh, he was also about to scratch straight in the side, and that 1 ball saved him. So
Yeah.
So interesting push. I do like this though because he's already trying to move the balls a little bit around to make the 2 ball easier to access.
Do you think he's going to try to go for the 4 or?
I
Was
would
he
not.
just-
I would not hate that at all.
Yeah,
To be honest,
I think
like
it's a good-
it's a big ball.
I mean, it's a little bit of an open area there if you hit the 4 on either side. Just got to make sure you manage the cue ball past the 9.
No,
Right,
I
look at
like
that.
this.
Yeah.
This is
I'm not
very
surprised.
good.
I'm not surprised.
That's
Question
a
is, how did
great
he end
shot.
up on the 1 ball? Did he end up with prime position, or does he have to work for it a bit? Or is it to the point where he has to play it safe? I don't think he has to play it safe.
He can either go to the one in the corner or the one in the side. I like to shoot in the corner. Low left, just leave yourself just enough so you can spin the 2 in and come off the back of the 7 for the 3 maybe. And if you don't get there, you play the safety on the 2 and stick him behind the 7. So. Oh, he's cutting in the side. And
Ooh, I think he was trying to hit the 5 dead square. So now he's going to have to come up with a safe. I kind of like the fact that if he hits a 2 ball and he hits a 7 dead straight, if the 7 hits a 10 and stops there, he can leave the cue ball behind. If the 7 hits half of the 10, it'll come off the 10 and still stop in front of the cue ball. Because the key is to hit that 7. Oh, he didn't hit the 7. He hit the 7 after the 2 ball. He didn't even hit the rail. So yeah, he definitely misjudged that one. Oh, I don't think he wants to shoot over the 6.
he also did cheat the pocket really good there.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he didn't. He meant to draw it a little more so that he doesn't have to worry about shooting over the 6.
Oh,
Who's the best you ever seen shooting shots like this over the ball? The best I ever saw shooting this shot was Earl Strickland.
That good?
Yeah, that good. That good.
Because
That good.
because
Yeah,
Kobe
he
he
hit that
just hit that great.
He hit that ball like it was in front of the pocket.
Yeah, I mean, he did. I would take a lot more time on that shot.
Yeah.
That he just dropped down and. Oh, and this game to get one step closer to that shootout.
Oh, he's in the hunt. He's definitely got his eyes on the prize. I don't think he's going to let this opportunity slip.
He might have gone a little bit more straight on the 7, or can he cheat the pocket a little bit enough to...
Yeah, I think he can cheat it.
Oh, he was, okay. Well, that's also nice to see. Like some players, sometimes when they lose the first set, you can really see that it hurts them. Like it really, like they will lose their fight, and then the second set is over really quick. So it's really nice to see that Ko is still believing.
I can't believe that I saw that. But did you notice what he did? He got up because he doubted himself. I guess he didn't feel comfortable, and then went back down on the shot and still missed it. So there was something about that shot that made him feel uncomfortable.
Wow.
See, look. I mean, he overcut it there. Maybe a little movement. I mean, it happens, but oh, look at this.
Ooh.
Oh. High drama here in this match.
Oh, he still needs another shot like this, and I probably like to spin the ball too on this. So here you see almost scratch.
That's always been a dangerous shot, though. It's just one of those shots that you just can't avoid.
So he played it straight over.
Yep.
And got perfect on the 10. So no step closer to the shootout. 2 each. Oh, very unexpected.
Completely. Had Mr. Dwayne Payne racking the balls there. A veteran CSI referee. He's been around for many, many years. A lot of the refs here have been around for many years with CSI. My wife and I used to compete in the Nationals as Scotch doubles partners. We finished 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in the National Scotch Doubles Championships in Vegas. 3 consecutive years. Then she won the women's singles. Check this out, Tim. In a field of 402 women, amateur women. My wife came in first.
Yeah, those events are quite brutal. We have one tournament like that in Europe. It's called the Ardennes Cup. And it's got also like 400 players, and the guy that wins usually cannot believe he just done that
because you have to play well and get lucky at the right time.
Yeah.
In a field like that, and she did catch a couple of rolls.
Look at that 8 ball.
Oh wow, that 8 ball didn't fall. It didn't.
Oh, look, it still
fell.
did.
It fell.
Well, that was. I never thought it was gonna drop.
Can we see that again? Let's see that break again. Let's see how the 8 ball dropped. Because that 8 ball hung, because back then in the 90s, we used to have a rule on the tour where it was like a 5-second rule.
But on the other side, not all the other balls had stopped rolling.
Right.
So in this case, he should be definitely fine. And well, this is interesting. I think
it's hard.
You have to jump. You have to go for it.
I mean, he either has to take the jump, but if he's going to push, he's better off pushing or just kicking at the ball, pushing for a kick or kicking the ball.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna push to leave him a shot. He's gonna make the jump shot.
Well, the thing is, you're not gonna push to easier jump shot too. Like you have to either make it more difficult or you shoot from here. And I'm shooting from here.
I mean, worst case scenario, if he really did want to push, make it a little more difficult, I would shoot the 6 to the 4 and tie it up.
Yeah.
Is that what he's gonna do? 6 to the 4?
Yeah, and also,
but, I mean, at least tie it up.
Yeah, but also in this way, the jump is also at least more difficult. So he's already winning in case of the jump shot itself. If Ko takes this, if Ko doesn't, then he has to take on a tougher one.
Well, Cole's going to take it because of the fact that the 4 isn't tied up.
Yeah. Well, and it's pretty straight 2 on the 1, so I don't really expect him to get closer to the 2. You just jump to make it stop the cue ball and then move from there probably. Or is he going to play super draw here?
Just don't want to jump the balls off the table, one or the other or both. I did it with justice. It's just that you're so far away from the 10, you have to hit it at perfect speed. That's why I was a little surprised that he took that shot. I would have given that to Denis.
Well, especially because the cue ball lands so far on the table, it still has the hop when it reaches the one.
Mhm.
And now I think he also played this with draw because he was very low in the cue ball,
Yeah.
which you usually need more landing time to actually have the draw,
Yeah.
and you will hit it more firm with the draw too. So that, yeah, I think he made it tougher on himself on
Mhm.
that shot.
Ooh, look.
And
I mean, he's good. He's fine there. It's just
I would have
wound up
liked to
closer
be
to
a
the
ball
rail.
off the rail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, when it comes to those jump shots, Tim, the farther away the object ball is, the harder you have to hit in order to get past it, over it. And it's like when you're that close to the pocket, it's tough action.
But from here, the balls are spread pretty good. If he can just stun over like that, doesn't want
Did
to
he
be
get past the 9?
well, and that's I don't understand why he did. Why did he use the long rail?
Yeah, he didn't need it there. He didn't have that much of an angle where he needed to come
If
off
he
that
left the
second
cue
rail.
ball around the spot, he should be okay around the wrecking spot. But now,
Well, you just got to slow. You got to roll it in.
yeah.
That's what you just got to roll it in. I mean, you can't risk hitting it hard and trying to come off the rail and get perfect on the 7s in the side
No,
pocket.
no.
You can't do that.
Especially with the new cloth, I would always play at this speed. Just pocket speed, float it in.
You would?
That 6 ball, yeah.
Yeah, that means I taught you well.
Yeah. Same thing here. Like even it caught that long rail, it
Yeah.
still went in just because of the
Yep.
speed. So speed is so important. Well, second try to get on the hill here for Denis. But
Yeah.
now this time he's got there,
And that missed opportunity for Cole, a couple of racks back by missing that 8, to go on the hill, gave him the opportunity to get to the hill first.
yep. And we'll go for a short break. Stay tuned, guys. And welcome back to the convention center here in San Juan, Puerto Rico. Medalla light open. Dennis Grabe is leading 3-2 over Copigny. And he's ready to break. Looking to seal the deal here, Dennis. Doesn't want to
right.
go to the shootout.
Let's see if that one goes in the side, Tim.
Nice
Nope.
big rush. I'm at least happy to see him like putting everything into
Yeah.
it, and that 5 ball doesn't do it. Little complaining there. I mean, that's just how it goes. Because this is again like he's probably expecting to make a ball because of
Right,
how he
right.
hit it. No, you gotta figure out a little different way, like maybe hit the gym or eat more spinach, you know, like stuff like that. Okay, this is a tough push. Well, he might be able to kick one rail and float the cue ball behind the 6.
I think that's what Cole is planning to do if he gives him the shot back. I seriously doubt he's going to try to jump this.
Yeah. But there's also the scratch, so I'm not like it's a sensitive kick though. Like it's the ones like for a Karen player they'll be like, oh, I'll just hit the one thing and
Yeah,
get
this
behind
is
the
a
6.
hanger
This
for a
is a
Karen
hanger,
player.
and then
Oh, he
Oh,
wanted to
he
hit
hit
it
the-
thinner than that.
Oh, and
for
he hit
sure.
the wrong side.
Yeah.
Yeah, Copigny is really trying to hang in this match, but he's just not too sharp. Just small things like this is causing him to
Mhm.
be in trouble all the time. He really tried to hit the right side of the one and just.
Would you try to put the 1 in between the 4 and the 6 and leave the cue ball behind the 7 if you're able to do that? I can't
think
tell.
so. And
Because it'd be kind of a bit of a trap there.
well, and he might also be able to jack up and thin the one and then masse around the
Right.
7.
I mean, either that or he's going to run the cue ball, the 1 ball to the rail, dead solid to the 4, and then send the cue ball behind the 8, 10,
Yeah, you
2.
you
That's
play
the only
one
other
ball.
thing that I could think of. Oh, wow, he went
Oh.
this way, behind the 9.
Oh, and
I mean,
this is not good enough.
you had to hit it perfect in order to do that one.
Yeah.
But I can see why he was doing it, because if he come short of that, he might have made it tougher. It's not impossible to hit the ball if you leave him that way.
So rail first.
Oh, look at this.
Leaving
Look
the
at this.
4 in between.
He's not going to
but,
like this.
Guo-
He's not going to like this, unfortunately.
And this is also, it's like, of course it's his own fault, but it's pretty unlucky to go rail first, hit a ball, and still scratch from that angle.
Yeah.
So just, it really shows that he's just not feeling great at the moment. Like just,
Yeah, it's one of those matches. You can't have every match go perfect. Oh, Denis is not happy with himself.
yeah, he rolled the ball in and left himself straight.
Yeah, I'm going to have a talk with him after this match. I'm going to ask him, are you ever happy?
Well, I would not be too happy with this one. It can go forward, maybe 2 rails.
No, Denis is a good guy, man. He's awesome, man.
I mean, every player is different, and one player expects a lot from themselves,
Mhm.
and some
Yeah.
players they just accept whatever trouble they're in. They just, and I think both works because one, like if you're not happy with the result, you will keep fighting for a better result.
Right.
While the other players they get more comfortable in the bad positions because they just accept how it goes and they just still shoot from there. So both
Yeah.
characters have their own thing.
Ooh, I don't think he wanted to do that at all. No doubt about it. He was trying to go around that 9 to play the 4 in the upper right-hand corner pocket.
Yeah, and I think he's in no man's land here.
He
Yeah,
was definitely trying to go past
he
that
didn't really
9
put the
ball.
left spin on there.
Not as
Look,
much as he was hoping to. Now he has to hit it with enough speed so that when the cue ball hits the 9 ball, it'll go forward enough. I mean,
I like
he was
this
playing
though.
a safe. Yeah, that's a good
No,
shot.
this is a good shot. I think he's got coverage by the 4 and the 8. Would be unlucky to leave a small edge of that 4, and it's super tough for Ko. Seen that earlier on the length of the table, cutting a ball real thin and then soft. You know, it's really tough. I like kicking 1 rail. 2 rails is difficult because from the second rail the 4 will kick into the 10.
Yeah, it'll slow it down.
But 1 rail, I think, if you can catch the ball
On the
half
thicker
thick,
side, yeah.
then still
Just don't want to leave it 1 rail and leave it too close to the 5 ball by the pocket because it's in front of the pocket.
Oh, he's called a 5 ball.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't hurt to call it just in case he gets lucky. Nope.
Yeah, and it was tough. Like
Yeah.
he really needed to hit that perfect to get it
Yeah.
safe. So good safety from Denis. And not much to do here. Just to, I like to stay close, especially when I'm trying to seal the deal.
Mm-hmm.
I just like to, like this. Like he could have played a stop shot and take it long. No, he was trying to get
Right.
as close as possible just to make sure he gets there.
Very nice control there from Denis with the draw shot. he can't go wrong wherever he decides to play the 8 ball here. Honestly, this is more like a player's choice. I personally like to always look for the angle going towards the 8, but even if he goes 1 rail and he overhits this or 2 rails, it doesn't matter.
Oh, left himself a little longer. Like I said, I was probably gonna play myself for the 8 in the side because then I'm always close to the 8.
Right.
Like just to make it feel comfortable, and if I am not perfect, I can still move around. He might like to be longer on the shot.
Yeah. But on that shot, Denis is like me, more or less. I like to, if I have all those options, if possible, I like to choose the one that minimizes the movement of the cue ball. That way it decreases the chances of having anything crazy happen.
So top right here to go to the left side of the 10.
And this is for the match. This is to win in straight sets by the same score, 4-2.
Yeah, Ko hasn't really been too great this match, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And it is Denis Grabe that takes this match 2-0 in straight sets and will advance to the next round. This was Tony Robles. Thank you, Tony. And
Thanks, Tim.
And myself, Tim de Ruyter. And our next match will be at 5 p.m. So make sure you're there. Thank you.